Hey guys, it's Sage God here, and today I'll be making What If Belle Had the Ten Commandments, season 2. This is gonna be the end of season 1 and the start of season 2. So, we last left off with Belle becoming a level 2, almost level 3, and right now him and his party are at a bar. He's talking about how he's a level 2. Yeah, and he's pretty close to level 3. Like, if he goes like on a large expedition, he'll go like all the way to level 3, almost 1/4 of the way to level 4. So, but he won't do that right now. I mean, he'll do like a little bit of it. So, yeah, the Apollo familiar starts talking bad about his goddess, and without knowing it, the Ten Commandments are pretty pissed at this because their host goddess is like, let's they've been getting a whole lot closer to each other lately, because most of the time when he doesn't have anybody to talk to, he's talking to the he's starting to get closer to them, and right now they're lending him his power. So Belle is, yeah. So and it activates and starts, and he starts getting the demonic markings on his forehead, and and Belle is the is he stood up and got punched him in the gut, he and then he's engraved into the wall, and his eyes rolled back because he probably all the air in his stomach just got destroyed. I mean, yeah. So he's basically knocked out, and he bleeding from his stomach. So Belle and his familiar are so Belle is that, like, yeah. And then the other Apollo familiar comes and tries to punch him and pick him up like in last time, like in the cannon. So Belle just like, he doesn't even care. He rips off the guy's arm and uses his own arm to slap him. Yeah, and then when he passes out and falls on the ground, he just puts his arm on him and walks out. So yeah, Belle just does that. After after that happened, he just walks out and goes to his cottage, and this is where they're talking about going to the ball. So they go to the ball. Belle has his suit like a cannon, and he is, yeah, he's basically doing that. So, but this time he just asks Ainz to dance instead of being all nervous, and yeah, because in this one the Ten Commandments give him a little bit of help since there's like nothing else they could do. So that's what Bill, yeah, and he's more confident, and the dance goes pretty well until Apollo shows up and starts talking about how his one of his children got hurt, and yeah, so Bill, um, and then the angel side of his heritage, takes over and walks over to the guy, and the guy is really really scared. But instead of having demonic markings, he has angelic markings, and uses his aura to heal him. And it says, "Now you're all good." And then he rips off the 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 um bandages on the guy, and yeah. So everybody's shocked, especially Hestia. But I think what is that goddess say? The goddess that like is basically stalking him with that yeah. she is pretty amazed, and she does that thing and starts laughing again, and everybody just looks over, but nobody's there. And yeah, he already learned the spells. So to make him a little bit stronger, the goddess that was like stalking him and all that, um, placed another grimoire out in nowhere, and that's gonna be for later, for Belle to learn another spell. So Belle is just yeah, and that happens. So moving on, from that, this is going to be the start of the war. They end up with a war, and next morning, Belle wakes up and he's about to go out, and yeah, to ask Crowther for weapons inspection. So Belle Belle just walks outside, and he's bombarded with arrows, and instantly closes the door and runs inside, picks up his goddess, because he already knows what's gonna happen, because he's been studying it a little bit. So Belle is, yeah. So Belle is just what? Yeah, he picks up his goddess. Straight away, he jumps on the building with his advanced agility and starts jumping from building to building. And yeah, Belle pretty much when like they're blocking his way and talk about how they got into their his familiar, he just blitz right past them because he doesn't really care what happened to them. All he cares is about what happens to his goddess. All he cares is what happens to his goddess. So he just rushes right past them without even taking a glance or listening to what they have to say. And they're pretty stunned about how fast he is. So Belle is blitzing past everybody, and Hestia tells him that if they go to the guild, they can't touch him there. So Belle just goes, they just go to the guild and successfully make it, and basically they get time to rest. But Belle doesn't really need it because stamina enhancements. So Belle is so they are cooling off, and I think I'm gonna end it here as the start of the real war. Lily is already like free from like the solar filler, so she doesn't really go back. So that whole arc, I mean, I don't think it's an arc, but just that whole part doesn't happen. So and they are being shipped off to the battle arena. Everybody in the city of Aurora are watching from the magic screens, I think. Lily is already turned into that guy, and she's turned into the commander and tied him up from like day one. So they that happened. Belle is basically their leader because he knows like what will, like, let's just say his intellect was his IQ is raised because I think one of the commandments, that commandment of like you can't kill in front of her or else like you lose all your time. The person who Merlin beat in I think season 1 of Seven Deadly Sins, her. I think she's a pacifist. That's why, So basically, Yeah. And yeah, I think she's one of the smartest of the Ten Commandments. That happens. Bell without using without using much strength, he just so Bell is that all happens the same. She Lily is basically posing as their commander, and sets the trap is all set up, and when it all starts with her sending them to a certain place, and the I think her name is I think I forgot her name, but she does how do I say it? Yeah, she does the gravity magic, and yeah, that's normal. So Belle is about to run in as Cannon, and he starts running in. I think I forgot her name as well. I don't really like remembering their names. It's not really useful. Yeah. It like in Canon where she used the two magic swords to break down the wall for Belle to get in. Yeah, she still does that, but the magic swords last longer because Belle used some of his magic to enhance it. And he's getting a little bit used to the demonic and angelic power. So, yeah. So we move on to Bell, which is he's currently running at high speed. Like if he was racing against a horse, he would probably win by like a lot. So he's running super fast, like the Flash, because he's been focusing more on his agility and speed, because that's we figured out that's how his body is like built. Because if you see it in the canon, Bell's agility is his main concentration, because that's how his body's built. And I'm not gonna really change his body from canon. He's gonna be like way more buff, but his body isn't gonna change that much, if you understand what I mean. Because when you get buff, like your muscles start to show like out of your shirt and stuff. It's not like that. He still does. He does have muscle, but not too much and not too little. So,
I should get out of here before I screw things up for Doc even more.
Bell is not really. He doesn't really care anymore, because it feels like all he wants to do is just talk with the commandments. And yeah, I think he got in contact with Michael. So most of the time he just, whenever he's not like talking to Hestia and not in the dungeon, he talks to the commandments and Michael, the archangel. Yeah, I think that's what I named him. So Bell is so Bell is yeah. I think I'm gonna end it there, guys. I'm about to play some Spider-Man on the PS4, so it's Sage God. Peace.